Back here at AMF Peoria for the conclusion of the handicap division title match. 8th seed KJ Martinez right now has an early lead on 3 seed Danielle Martinez. It's the second game of Ouattata, so whoever wins this game wins the whole match. He's calling for it. Wow, great shot in the ring in 10. KJ has been on fire in the Ouattata segment of today's tournament, and absolutely unstoppable as the 8th seed. He only needed to win 1 game to win his first round. He did that. Then he needed to win 2 games to beat top seed Dominic Luna, and boy did he ever, shooting 279 and 285 once you added in his handicap. So easily in that game. Now here he is bowling for the title against Danielle. He won the first game against Danielle with a 200 scratch game, which was more than enough to cover the difference, but misses the 10 pin there. KJ, the youngest of the 3 Martinezes that bowl on tour and occasionally dominate the tour. Big brother Zach's got 2 wins. KJ has 2 wins. Brooke has, I believe, 2 seconds, so all 3 very successful players. And a little Brooklyn there for Martinez. He'll take it. Meanwhile, Stewart has been bowling our tournaments for a number of years. Has quite a few top 5s, but has yet to break through with a win. In fact, this is her first career title match even. So great to see her on our webcasts finally. And great to see a nice shot out of her there. 6-frame strike for her. She also struck in the first. In between, she went spare, spare, open, spare, and she's giving 3 pins to KJ. So right now she trails by 13 through 5 frames and cut that lead to just 3 right here. No time wasted for her. She gets up there and fires it off the corner. That creeps up high and lucky to break up the split and leave only the 6 pin. If we were still using good old videotape, which we're not, this is digitally recorded, we'd be very happy with Danielle because she bowls just about as fast as the pins can get reset by the machine. And a nice job with the 6 pin. No strike spare, a good 2 frames for Danielle, but she still trails by 13, and KJ can add additional damage here with the strike. He would extend that lead to 23. Another good ball. Oh, just creeps in high, leads a 4-7. They bowled on 2 different patterns today, which is somewhat unique, but it seems to be the wave of the future too. A lot of bigger tournaments are trying that. Chameleon on the left lane and Scorpion on the right lane. Neither one played very difficult. Again, people hear the word Chameleon and think, oh, it has to play exactly like this, and that's just so not the case. You know, what machine you're using, the volumes they put in, the lane surface, all factor in. Yeah, nice job with the 4-7. So sometimes Chameleon and Scorpion can be brutal, sometimes they can be downright tricky. Today, downright easy. Today they were definitely on the easier side. The cut was similar to yesterday's cut even, on their Pure House pattern. So there's, and actually I think the higher volumes of these sport patterns as compared to House help these bowlers out, is they're able to still play a little further right on the lanes than they were yesterday. That said, KJ's still standing near the left-hand gutter, and that ball's still hooking early, and wow, that's an unusual spare for a right-hander. You don't see a 3-7 out of a righty very often. That's the bad news, is that it's that ugly looking split down there. The good news is that this is a very makeable split. If he just gets the ball anywhere to the right of the 3 pin, he's got a good chance of driving that pin all the way over to the 7. It'll look really pretty if he makes it. Let's see if he does. That's close. That's right there. Gotcha. Oh, and what a reaction. Yes, sir. Maybe one of his only career 3-7 conversions, as you don't get many chances to convert it. He does it perfectly, pumps up the crowd and himself with that, and maintains the lead. Did throw away 2 pins a count on that, so let's see if Stewart can capitalize there. Time is getting tight for Danielle. Oh! Great shot from Danielle, but a solid 9. Saw solid pins on good hits plague both Anthony and Kyle in the scratch division title match on this pair, by the way. Great shot from Stewart that leaves the 9-pin, which she covers. So heading into the 9th frame, both bowlers on spares. It's Stewart who trails now by 12. 9 on the board plus 3 additional to KJ. 9th frame could set up a lot of the rest of the story here. Goes high, and this time a different kind of 9-pin. Whereas last time the ball was right in the pocket and leaves a 9, that one right through the 1-1 pocket. That time fortunate to leave only the 9. Make your spare, fill your frame, and make KJ do the work. Any open would create virtually a tie match. Nice job of the 9. Had a bunch of ties today. We had a tie for the cut. Brittany Kolatsny won that roll-off over Justin Villa just to get here. KJ, wise beyond his years, or experienced beyond his years at least, sits down there and meditates between shots. He's visualizing what he wants to do on his next shot. He's just caught a glimpse of him doing that at the end of that. Then don't waste time, get your body ready, get up there and do it. In the 9th. Right there. 10 in the pit. Boy. 9th frame can tell the story of so many bowling matches. That foundation strike there is so important for him because even if he happens to open in the 10th frame, the fact that he's on the strike means that his count's going to hold up a little bit better, and he was the one that was ahead in the count. Because of that handicap difference, it's a 13-pin game instead of a 10-pin game. And that strike puts him in the driver's seat. If he strikes here again, it's likely that he'll win the tournament. For number 3. No! Instead, right through the middle, and one of the worst possible results, a 6 count there. However, I want you to remember the fact that that 7-pin just fell out of that Greek church, because instead of a likely 5-3, he can go 6-3 here and save 2 pins a count, and that's important in the situation we're in. Great move to get, wow, instead he chops off the 2 and gets 2 anyway. All right, that finishes him up at 179. Strike spare for Danielle would be 183, and she'd win by a pin. So that chop off that 610 was hugely important. Strike spare to win. 9 spare strike, we'd have a tie. And she comes up and throws the big hit in the 10th frame. In a position that she has never been in her entire JBT career. That strike was enormous. Boy, when you go back to that 7-pin falling out of the Greek church for KJ, that looked like it would give him a situation where Danielle would need to double. Instead, unfortunately, he chops the 6 off the 10, and that 6-2 means that any spare, she wins by a pin. Any 9 count on 2 balls, we have a tie. 8 or less on 2 balls, KJ wins. And she throws it in the gutter. Now hang on, we are far from done here. As a wry smile from Danielle, but the tournament is far from over. She still only needs a spare to win, a 9 to tie, and an 8 or less to lose. One shot for it all. And after the gutter ball throws the spare for 183 scratch and 213 with pins, Danielle Stewart wins the title by a pin. Are you kidding me? One of the weirdest finishes you're ever gonna see. Strike, clutch strike, horrible gutter ball, no other way around it, and even clutch or spare to win it all. My goodness. We'll have the awards for these 2 bowlers right after this. You just never, ever know what you are going to get on JBT. Are you kidding me? Holy cow.